Hello and welcome to Awaken the Truth Within with Zoey Gold. You already heard that you are a part of an infinite whole. You are a magnificent divine being. You're a part of this infinite intelligence source that creates the world. You already are everything. You are magnificent. Now, if we take a deeper look at this, it's like you have two dimensions to you. There is this deeper, broader, higher part of you, that deeper dimension, the real in you, your core, your essence. And there is also you can call it surface identity or physical identity. And at that level, you have a room for growth. You can learn things, you can become, you can achieve. But at that deeper level of who you truly are, you are already complete, you are already full, you are already awakened, right? You already are everything you've ever wanted to be and even more. And when you can really understand it and then tap into that, awaken that knowing about your true identity, the truth about you, so that background always comes forward. So your life happens in this foreground, and that background always is blended and comes up in every situation, in every moment, in every conversation. That way, the foreground is not so super important when, this has to happen the right way. Oh yeah, I need to achieve this. Oh my God, this never happened. This is my failure. That stuff doesn't happen anymore because you treat it more of like a game. You have fun with it because you understand who you are. You understand the true reality of you, your true identity, and you can play the game of life easier in a way that produces more joy and happiness and fun, because it's not that important. But when you bring that excess importance to stuff, that it's okay to have goals, it's okay to achieve things, but this cannot be the end, the ultimate result that you're aiming for. You have to shift your priority where you really understand what's valuable, what's more valuable, what's real, and you come from that. And then all the things that you can achieve and have and play this beautiful game of life becomes joyous because it has a secondary importance. And maybe not even the word importance, it's just secondary because it is. And you know what's primary, you know what's your priority. It's a shift in perception about how you treat life, how you treat your achievements, your goals, the things that you want to have. Because sometimes when you look back at your life, the greatest failures that you think you had could actually in reality be your greatest advancements. And sometimes when we are too caught up in the artificial stuff, the greatest successes that you thought you had sometimes could be your greatest failures. But I want you to understand here that it's not that you need to, because we like to categorize things, bad, good, this is what I should do and this is what I shouldn't. So there is nothing wrong in goals and achieving them, running huge companies and having things and enjoying them. But when That's how you build your identity. That's how you build your worth. That's how you treat other people and you value them based on that. That's that egoic perception that comes from ego that treats something that is superficial as something truly, really important and valuable. And that artificial perspective or desires of the ego sometimes take you away from your roots, from your essence, which is always there. You cannot completely disregard it or leave it, but you can pretend you left it even for a while. And for some people, this could be years, for some maybe even a lifetime. And the artificial stuff, when you put your priority on it, will never bring you joy and happiness, the true joy and true happiness, because true joy is eternal. It's truth, therefore it is constant. It does not depend on outside factors and other things and other people. It is. And when you remind yourself about that constant, that true happiness, that true joy of you, of your connection with the divine, of who you really are, and that it always is the same idea here, that who you really are is complete and full. And often when people think that, oh, I need to awaken, or I need to grow, or I need to become my better self, these are great ideas, and they can be applied on this surface level very well. But at the same time, you really need to understand the deeper level as well of you, where it already is. Because this search for it often leads you on a constant search for it, and you never become it in your perception, in your understanding. The same thing is about running after particular milestones and goals. There is nothing wrong, again, in having them and achieving and creating great things, but when that's your main priority and that's the end of itself, and it becomes so super important, then you reach one thing, and then there is another one, the next one, and your life is a constant searching and running for something else, and never enough to feel complete and feel joy and feel the beauty of life. And again, it's just this shift of perception. Because while you can still create and achieve beautiful things, you can come back to what's real. You can operate from it. You can value it. You can value what's real. You can be who you are. And then the rest, the secondary stuff, will just fall into place. Because it's part of the game that now you're playing from knowing your true self, knowing your true reality, knowing what's truly valuable for you. And again, it's constant and eternal. Because things that change are things of the physical universe and things that are temporary. Things that are related to the truth, to the divine truth, they are eternal, they are constant. And they already are. Just because you look at the game or the physical universe stuff from the eyes of somebody else doesn't mean that what's true doesn't exist. And when I say through the eyes of somebody else, I mean not through your real vision that comes from the divine, but from the eyes of someone else who taught you different things while you were going through your lifetime. And often we look at our world, at our life, through the prism of that conditioning, of that learning that has nothing to do with who you are, that has nothing to do with how it actually is, with your abilities, with your joy, with your worthiness, has nothing to do with it. It's just some data. And you look and you project that data through your feelings, through your perception to this world, and you make things, and then the things that you made, and many of them are things that you don't like, you allow them to control you. You made them, and now they are, you believe, it seems like for you, that you are you are not in control, they are in control of you. So it's a little bit messed up perspective about, for some people, different aspects of their life, of things that seem problematic and challenging. So just remind yourself as often as you can about you, the real you, the presence that is within you, the presence of the divine, the presence of source that is with you, that is everywhere around you, that you already are, you are already complete, and accept it. Accept and feel that greatness. And when you look at others, see that greatness in them, because they are part of the infinite whole as well. And when you look at them, go beyond the physical personality, the personality of the ego. Go for the truth in them. See the real in them. Especially when they are acting crazy, like when they are, these could be people that you love, or people that are maybe some stranger on the street. The crazier they act, the more they are asking for healing, for help. It's a call for help, it's a call for healing, and at the end, it's a call for love. Because that way you can heal. And that is your internal perspective, even more than perspective, knowing about who they are. And your internal feelings and thoughts. Because in the moment, when the other person is angry or acts in a way that is unpleasant to you, you can, again, on a physical level, use your intelligence and do whatever needs to be done in that situation, in that moment. But internally, you don't have to give that reaction of anger, of frustration, of attack. Because what is attack? An internal attack on that person can be described as even slight irritation, or maybe even something more like a burst of anger or anything, or something else. So instead of giving that reaction and that attack to that person, you can really remind yourself about the essence of who you are. And when you come from that essence of who you are, you can see the essence of who they are. That way you're flowing love towards them, not the attack. And that way you're healing them and yourself, because there is no other. I hope this was helpful. Enjoy the beauty of who you are. Enjoy the beauty, the real, true inner beauty of people around you, and the beauty, the authentic, real beauty of the world around you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.